Welcome in the today's lecture. Okay, due to the technical problem in previous lectures, we discussed about the bud rot disease seen in the coconuts. Okay, so just we see the information regarding the economic importance, symptoms, and perpetuation regarding the bird rot disease caused by the Phytophthora palmivora. Okay, so now I continue this information about the bird rot pathogens. So how can control this bird rot infection seen in the coconuts? Okay, okay. So first management, that is the cutting and burnings of the affected palms, or remove the infected bud portion. Okay, or if the disease is detected early, so remove the infected portion of the birds and protect with the Bodak pest. We just apply the Bodak pest. Then infected tissue of the birds are also scooped off and treated with the Bodak pest. Or keep the mixture of CSO4 and NaCl parts. Means this solution generally packed in the cloth bags, and these bags hang above the crown or above the bud portion of the seedlings or mature plant of the coconut. So in this way you can kill the Phytophthora present in the crown points or bud points. Or directly apply the Pseudomonas fluorescens talc powder or Trichoderma viride powder in or around the crown region of the coconut seedling. This is also recommended to reduce the inoculum level of the Phytophthora. Okay, then spraying the coconut peels, that is using the Bodak mixture 1% or copper oxychloride 0.3% after the onset of the monsoon. So finally to prevent the infection. Okay, then second most important disease, that is a root wilt disease seen in the coconut caused by the Phytophthora. So this is the most important disease seen in the Kerala. So that's why this disease is known as the also Kerala wilt. So this is the non-lethal disease, but most effective disease seen in the coconuts. Okay. Now we go to the symptom points. So most conspicuous and diagnostic symptoms of this disease, that is the bending or ribbing of the leaflets in mid-bark. So this term is known as the flaccidity. Means these infected plants having the leaf and leaflets. So these parts generally bends toward the trunk portion of the coconuts. Then second most important symptom generally seen on the leaf, that is the infected leaf. seen in the yellow in colors, and margin of this leaf generally flagging or some of these necrosis symptoms seen on the margin of this leaf. Means this fungus develop the symptoms on the trunk portion as well as the leaflet portions. Okay, so this fungus subsequently infect to the leaflet parts, then pseudostem and also the root parts. Means this infection also be reached to the growing roots. So this root is totally rotted. Means these growing coconut trees is totally dries and wilted, and these affected coconut trees produce the nuts. So these nuts are also small in size, or these thinner husk and fibers generally weak and less firm, or this kernel is also thinner and remains soft and flexible, or these small sized fruits or nuts having the oil percent is also reduced. Okay, means oil content is also reduced and losses its the quality. Means quality and quantity parameter is reduced when the infection seen on the root portion of the coconuts. Okay, then this root wilt symptom generally seen due to the phytoplasma. Phytoplasma, this is the pathogen generally grown or present in the sieve tubes of the infected tissues. Means may be present in the meristem tissues or phloem tissues. Okay, so phytoplasma is a pleomorphic in nature and generally circular to oval. Okay, and this cytoplasma generally 200 to 550 nanometer in size, and this uh, pleomorphic cells bounded by triple layers with unit membranes. Okay, and this cytoplasma having the ribosomes and DNA strands, means the DNA nucleic acid generally present in the cytoplasma. Okay, so this is the ecological parts of the cytoplasma or mycoplasma like organisms. Okay, so this root wilt infection spread from one plant to the another plant through leaf hopper or plant hoppers. So this is the insect vector mainly responsible to transmit the such diseases from one plant to the another plants. Okay, then control measures, that is adoption of the integrated management practices, that is application of the NPK in proper dose, then addition of the organic matter, means regularly or before the onset and after the monsoon the FIM generally applied to these coconut trees. Then raising an incorporation of the grain manuring crops in basin or irrigation during the summer month. Okay, so in this way you can manage this root rot infection by adopting the integrated disease management practices. Then removal and destruction of the diseased palms. Then spraying with the tetracycline at the rate of 250 ppm. So this spray generally done regularly at an 4 to 5 month intervals. So in this way you can avoid this root wilt disease. Or spraying the systemic insecticide, for example phosphamidon at the rate of 0.05%, or spraying any systemic insecticide over these coconut trees to control the leaf hopper and plant hoppers. Okay, so in this way you can avoid the root wilt infections seen in the coconuts. Okay, so this is the two most important disease, that is a bud rot and root wilt disease seen in the coconuts. Okay, thank you.